A lizard suddenly darted into the bride's dress. I reached out to grab it, but just then, the groom's coffin slammed into mine. I froze in terror. Felt like the groom was warning me not to approach her. I dared not think further, hurriedly closing the bride's coffin lid. When I returned to my room, the bride's beauty lingered relentlessly in my mind. I instinctively pulled open a nearby drawer. Inside lay a round leather case containing a camera and a disc. I inserted the disc into the DVD player, but the screen remained blank. I picked up the camera, its memory filled with photos of the bride. Yet, as I scrolled further, something felt terribly wrong. The later images were all scenes of her being abused. Doubts began to surface. She was beaten to death by her husband. But then, how did the groom die? Just as my confusion deepened, I noticed a dried bloodstain on the floor. In that very moment of uncertainty, a loud thud echoed from the funeral hall. I rushed over to investigate, only to find a rope tied to the door lock. Carefully, I followed the rope forward. Soon arriving at the funeral hall, the other end of the rope was tied to the deceased bride. She was beckoning to me instinctively. I raised my hand in response. The next instant, the groom suddenly appeared and dragged her away. I jolted awake. It had all been a dream. But just then, the DVD player began playing on its own. Sure enough, it confirmed my suspicions. The bride had been abused. I hurriedly turned off the television and went to investigate the funeral hall, only to find the bride's coffin open once more. Her body appeared disturbed. I surmised it must be the groom's ghost at work, so I cursed him out, then dragged his coffin into another room and bound it tightly with rope. I vowed silently I would never let the bride be harmed again. Then I carried the bride out in my arms. At that moment, I had completely lost my mind.